Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on July 12, 2023. How African migrants survived racial attacks in Tunisia. BBC, African migrants in Tunisia, we need help. DW, English, Tunisian president denies migrants are being beaten, raped and robbed. The Times, hear from migrants expelled from Tunisia and left at the border, Al Jazeera newsfeed. Al Jazeera English, under pressure, Tunisia takes back hundreds of migrants trapped in a border zone with Libya. Vermont residents trapped in catastrophic flooding as dam in Montpellier threatens to burst. The Independent, extreme U.S. weather, Vermont flooding, nowhere near over, says governor, as it happened. The Guardian, floods in Vermont close streets, take out bridges, and burst a dam. The Boston Globe, opinion, massive floods have swallowed up the Vermont town I love. CNN, Vermont warns Montpellier dam could fail amid intense rainfall. Gal Luft claimed he had dirt on the Bidens, now H is facing charges. The Independent, U.S. think tank founder charged with acting as Chinese agent. BBC, whistleblower who accused Bidens of corruption charged with arms trafficking. The Independent, Chinese agent think tank boss goes on the run. Crows and magpies using anti-bird spikes to build nests, researchers find. Syria cross-border aid lifeline facing closure after UN rift. BBC, Russia vetoes UN vote to extend key Syria aid route. Al Jazeera English, Security Council fails to reach consensus on Syria aid lifeline, Syrian Arab Republic. Relief Web, cross-border aid to Syria blocked in act of utter cruelty by Russia at UN vote. The Guardian, deadly earthquake prompted Syria to open routes for aid work, WION World DNA. Police give update as helicopter teams use mother's voice recording in search, live. The Independent, French police have no clues in hunt for toddler missing from remote alpine village. Evening Standard, massive search in France for boy, 2, missing from grandparents' home, ITV News. ITV News, desperate search for French toddler who vanished on holiday with grandparents. The Independent, drones and sniffer dogs launched in search for missing 2-year-old in French village. Nuclear bomb fallout chosen to define start of Anthropocene. The Guardian, the Anthropocene, Canadian lake mud symbolic of human changes to Earth. BBC, Earth moves closer to Anthropocene epoch as surface shows indelible impact of human activity. Sky News, scientists pinpoint golden spike of human-driven Anthropocene. The Independent, scientists close to proving Earth has entered man-made Anthropocene era. It's amazing to see trusses for Notre Dame's new roof arrive by barge. Russia-Ukraine war live. Zelenskiy set to meet key Nato leaders as Russia strikes Kyiv for second night in a row. The Guardian, Russia launches latest drone attack on Kyiv as NATO meets. Al Jazeera English, latest in Ukraine, Russia targets Kyiv in drone attack. Voice of America, VOA News, port in Odessa region, key to Ukraine grain deal, targeted by Russian drones, governor. The Moscow Times, Russia targets Kyiv in drone strike ahead of NATO summit, Russia-Ukraine war live, WION live. In this neighborhood, people openly inject the zombie drug Tranq on every street corner. North Korean missile flies for 74 minutes, its longest ever flight time. G7 members to announce long-term Ukraine security package at NATO summit. BBC, NATO flexes muscle to protect Vilnius summit near Russia, Belarus, NATO summit in Lithuania live. WION, President Zelenskiy criticizes NATO, weakness, for denying Ukraine membership, BBC News. BBC News, NATO caution on Ukraine risks emboldening Moscow. Financial Times, questions we must ask before the NATO summit. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.